Alright guys, so a little while back I made a video about my EDC radio kit. Well, I've made an addition that I think you're going to be interested in and I think can be very useful. Stick with me. Alright guys, so in previous videos I've talked about my EDC radio kit and some things I like to have with me when I go into the woods. So if I know I'm going into the woods, I'll carry this, a Garmin InReach Mini, and I love it. First, for that InReach capability, that ability to hit SOS and know that eventually rescue is going to come, you're going to be able to message with them. That's great. Also, I like Garmin maps better than almost any other map when it comes to the map on your phone from this. It's great. It works well, I think, for what I do. These can be a little slow to get the message out sometimes. I have messaged my wife a few times to let her know I was safe, and it took, 2 hours for her to get it, even though I should have went through almost instantly. Another problem I've ran into with these is if the person don't have the app or they don't have one of these, kind of hosed. You can't really message anybody, at least to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, please somebody tell me in the comments. Without the InReach app, you can't really message, what is it, the messenger app for Garmin? You can't message anybody else. So you have to have that pre-planned. And of course, my loved ones do have the app. A couple of them closest to me, but that's only a couple people. So now let's look at the radio. All right, in my EDC kit video and in some other videos, I've talked about this radio. My current EDC radio is the Bofang DM32. And I talked about its capabilities on the hand bands and other things. It's got DMR, which is just a digital, you can message from this radio into a digital repeater, and then that'll travel through the internet. But that's for hams only. All right, so to talk to people on ham radio, you're supposed to have a hams license, and without it, that's who you're contacting. So if you don't have, like, if you get on the radio to talk to people, they got to be hams. Or if you're running a GMRS radio, same jam, they've got to have a radio, GMRS, and that's great. You can call out for help and get a hold of someone if you're within range of a repeater that can contact the authorities for you, that can, maybe notify your family, or maybe they can help you yourself if it's just something flat tire in the backcountry, maybe you need some gas, something simple. Also needs to have a radio, and they need to have a license to operate that radio. There's other things like FRS and CB, but you're just not going to get the distance. A solution that I have found that will allow me, for this setup, to contact people from this radio that are non-hams, anybody I feel the need to contact, is this. It's the BTEC APRS K1 Pro cable. Let's see if I can get that in the camera. I don't know if I can show you that real well. I got it off Amazon. Not terribly expensive. 30, 40 bucks, 50 bucks, something like that. I don't remember. But what this does is it plugs into this Kenwood style plug on the side of your Bofang. Plugs in there, and then for us Android users, we've got a USBC that plugs into your phone. Now let me show you. All right, first what you need to have after you get the cable is this app. I don't know if you can see that. It's called APRS Droid. Now this is the APRS capable radio. I've mentioned that before. Now this app's not free. It costs like $8 and something, maybe $9, but it's a one-time fee. It's not a monthly subscription. It's just a one-time fee to use the app. Now, what this app does, if you don't know anything about APRS, is you can beacon on a map, which is great. It's kind of like the it's live tracking. So basically, if you choose to, it's kind of like having the Garmin with you. You can see yourself on a map and know where you are, and anybody else can too that knows that you do that. So if you know, if search and rescue knew that you carried an APRS capable radio with you, they could look you up on a map by your call sign, see where you are. But that's not the important part. So what this app does, when you connect this cable to this radio, you go to the APRS frequency for North America, and you can send messages. And so what you can do is, let me pull it up here. You can send, now I'm not going to show you guys the phone numbers. I need to come up with some aliases. If you guys want a tutorial on actually how to use this stuff, there's probably better ones that I can give you out there. But if you want one from me, I will show you, but I'll have to come up with some aliases because I'm not going to publicly put out everyone's phone number that I use. But what you have to basically do is you go in and you hit start tracking right here. And then you can click the little thing on top where you can send a message, and then go to send message to. And it'll come up with, it'll say call sign. What you're going to put in the call sign there is SMS. There used to be another one, SMS gate. For right now, that one is shut down as of the time of this video. I've heard talk on podcasts and things of it coming back. But right now, the one you're looking for is SMS for the call sign, okay? And then for the message text, you can do at, the at symbol, like for an email, at the person's phone number, space, and in the body of the message. Now, you only get 63 characters, but I've tested this. And I was able to send, in an area with zero internet and zero cell phone service, I was able to send a text message to someone 30 miles away. And I know I was 15 miles from the closest digital repeater. I don't know what digital repeater I hit, but I still sent the message, and the message did go through. Another thing you can do with this is send emails in a similar way. Another thing you can do with this is there's bots that you can put in that call sign, certain ones like WXBot, and you can put in, say, your zip code, and it'll send you your exact weather for that zip code. Or it'll send it to the last place you beaconed on the GPS. It'll send you your exact weather. Or you can put it in for the next day. You see the benefit in that? But for me, being able to send that text to any phone number or an email too. Now, there's other protocols for emails where you can do HF and things like that, but just that text capability to let someone know, hey, I need help. Hey, I'm okay. And they can respond without having an app, without being a ham. They can send you back a message. Now, I am struggling to get the receive. And like I said in tutorial, if I do a tutorial, you can watch some other ones. It has a lot to do with your squelch level and your volume. I have my squelch all the way down, and I've been turning my volume to about 50%, and I'm sending text fine, and people are receiving them. What's not happening is I'm not getting any back. But it's possible. I just got to, I think I got to turn my volume up a little bit more, but not enough to distort the message, because basically what this cable does is it interfaces with the audio and turns it into like a digital signal. A lot of stuff that I'm not quite advanced enough to explain properly to you, but it's got to be able to hear it and pick it up. It's got, if you look, it's actually got a knob here for it to turn up its listening capabilities, or turn it down, the way I understand it, I believe. But it works. And I just think that is a very, very good thing to add to any EDC radio kit, where this is a capability, to any woods kit where I'm carrying a radio like that, because I've already got National Weather Service on this radio. It's going to give me the regional weather. But now, I mean, I can text my wife from this. I can text my kids from this. I could text. I work a lot where I go out of the service area completely. And if anything happens, I've got a problem, because nobody's going to reach me. And until somebody comes along and can carry a message out for me, even with this, I can get it to my wife. I can't tell my boss. And I have a separate work phone, but I also have a personal phone, and I have their numbers in my personal phone. So if I had to, I could pull this out if something was going down, and like say my truck's broke down or I've gotten a wreck and I have no cell phone service, I could message my manager and say, hey, this is Jesse. This is what happened. Short clips, I think it's 63 or 68 characters, but it don't take much to explain to somebody I'm out of cell phone service, I need help here. Or to reassure somebody you're okay once you made it to camp, or use your imagination. So that's just some brief things. There's probably people that are way more versed in APRS and can explain this better than I can, but I just wanted to explain this addition to my kit to you guys, because I think this would be a good addition for any of you guys, especially if you're running Android. That DM32, this has some benefits. Now there's some other things I've seen where people do it, where you can do it Bluetooth wise and turn the radio, like it connects to it and it'll do Bluetooth. I think one's called a MobiLink. Those are kind of expensive though. They're like 150 bucks. This cable, like I said, was like 30, 40 bucks, I believe. And there are some radios. I know there's a GMRS, there's a BTEC GMRS radio that you can APRS message straight off the radio. And there is a, I think you might be able to do it with one of their ham radios, but I'm not sure about that. And that particular radio I know is double the price. It's like a $300 radio. I'm gonna look into that because I'm probably gonna save up for one if that's true. But again, DM32. How many of us now have these radios? How many of us are carrying these radios? Or how many of those can't afford that price right now? But we can't afford this, and we can't afford this, right? And this increases our capabilities exponentially outside of self coverage, outside of you know, for any kind of situation, without having the other person having to have a license, as far as I know, because it's an SMS text message. All right, so guys, if you like this content, if you have anything to add to it, please let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.